Hey guys, I am here with Perfect Legend who just took first place in the Mortal Kombat tournament at Summer Jam 8 as well as third place in Injustice. How are you today?
I'm good.
Good. So how are you feeling about your Mortal Kombat win in first place?
I don't know. Mortal Kombat I'm kind of used to it. So like I'm more thinking about like what I need to do in other games I didn't do well in, like DOA and Street Fighter. So like everybody's like, "Are you?" I'm not really in the celebrating mood. I want to go home and like grind up. So it's like I felt like I should have won Evo this year, but I mean I didn't. So like I guess it was kind of me redeeming myself to myself. But I want to go and practice for TFC for DOA.
No, I think that that's a really great thing to do. What character did you play in DOA today?
I played Genfuma Hayate, and I don't know, like I'm still trying to get my feet wet in this game because it's a new version of the game, and I haven't really been playing DOA for the past year or so. I'm focusing on Injustice and Mortal Kombat and like trying to get back on Street Fighter. So I'm playing like 4 different games, and you know I'm still trying to use old stuff that I used in DOA back in the day, like almost 10 years ago. So it's like, you know, I'm just trying to figure out what I need to do to win. It's kind of difficult because I can't get the practice that I usually could get, like maybe 5 years ago. So I think if I just focus on one game instead of like 4, I should be able to level up a lot faster.
Right, and a lot of the games they have a lot of different play styles and different combos and things that you need to learn, so it can get kind of tricky after a certain period of time.
Yeah, like the muscle memory kind of gets messed up because I'll forget something and I'm like, okay, I feel unfamiliar in this situation because it's like my information in my mind is being like, you know, like overlap with something else, and you know I have to. I'm just gonna focus on DOA up until like TFC, and then I'll probably start playing everything else again.
So are you planning on entering any other tournaments besides DOA and TFC?
I don't know. Yeah, I'll probably just enter DOA because DOA has a really big prize pool. It's about $8,000, and they have the Japanese coming, Korea's coming, some of the top players from Europe are coming. So I really want to win that tournament because it's like the DOA World Tournament. So winning everything else won't be as great as winning that, I think.
What are your goals? I know that we had talked a little bit in the interview that I did with you on my website about what your goals for the future are within the FGC, and you're telling me now that you're going to focus on DOA, probably just that for TFC. What are the games that you're planning on possibly focusing on after TFC is out for the upcoming year?
Well, I don't know. I'm just thinking like really short term. So after that, then I'll figure out what I can do. Because honestly, I don't want to look too much into the future. I just want to focus on like the near future. So like you probably have to ask me that at TFC. Like, okay, so what do you want to do now? Because I really don't know at this point.
That makes sense. Who did you play today in Mortal Kombat 9? What was the main characters that you played?
Kung Lao and Cabal.
And why do you think that those characters were able to defeat the other characters, and why they are top tier, both of them together?
All right, well, Cabal kind of has good matchups with the entire cast. Like for example, with Kung Lao, I have about 5 bad matchups like Ermac, Johnny Cage, Sonya, Cyrax, and there's another one I'm forgetting. But Cabal like basically does well versus all of them. Kung Lao kind of has to overextend himself to win, and in a tournament, I don't want to cost myself by messing up once and then the round is my opponent's. I don't want to deal with that, so I pick Cabal. But for everyone else, I use Kung Lao, and Kung Lao really fits like how I like to play games and stuff. But as far as like just being safer, I go with Cabal. Like say if I don't know the opponent, I'll play Cabal just because like everyone has a hard time with him.
What are your views on MK10?
I don't have any views on MK10. Like I see the game, it looks good and stuff, but I have to play it before I say if it's good or bad or anything like that. I mean, I like the variation stuff, but when I think about like that 72 different character matchups in the game, because there's about 24 characters, but each character has a different variation, and then you have to think about every individual variation matchup and how are they going to balance the game, because with Injustice they patched it too much. I feel like they did that to Mortal Kombat. So I'm hopefully they flesh the game out and balance it out before the game releases, and maybe just do like a season patch like how they do with KI, where it's like, okay, season 1, season 2. I mean, they do the same thing with Street Fighter. Like every year there's like a new version. There was Vanilla, there's Super, then there was Arcade Edition in 2012, and now we have Ultra. So I don't want like 5 patches in one year. That'd be ridiculous.
No, I can definitely
Yeah.
understand that. And I know there's a lot of people right now with the new KI patch that's coming out is very upset about the changes that they're making, especially with Sadir.
I am happy with all the changes that they're making to KI. Every change, I'm happy with it, and I'm probably going to play the game again. But as far as focusing on it, I don't know when I want to start back focusing on, because I want to have to get Xbox One again. But I might just get PS4 because Mortal Kombat 10 is probably going to run better on PS4, and the system is better as far as like the controller stuff. I don't care about the power or anything. I just care about how it controls.
No, and that makes sense. So Injustice.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of talk recently, outside of the FGC and within it, about an Injustice 2 being in the making. What are you hoping to see if there is an Injustice 2 that will come out after MK10?
I hope it doesn't play like Injustice 1.
So I understand. I know that I was talking with someone earlier and they were talking about how it was really nice that in MK10 the interactables that they included were blockable, and I know you had mentioned that before.
I hate unblockable anything, because alright, I'll watch someone getting outplayed and then it'll just jump back because there's unblockable there. They can just toss to someone and they'll die because they're unblockable. Like for example, a lot of matchups, there's a stage, the pig stage, everyone knows what stage I'm talking about, but there's an interactable like directly above your head, and some characters can do like an instant overhead and throw it interactable, and it's unavoidable. Like I got hit with an instant overhead by Bane, and he just went right to interactable. There's no way for me to avoid it unless I was to already guess like, all right, he's probably going to do this and just hit him out of the air. But then if I'm committing to that, then he can hit me with something else and like combo me. So like I don't want to have to overly commit at the start of the match. Like actually that's a problem of mine in DOA. In DOA you can start the match and you can get really close to the opponent before the match begins. And be able to do whatever. I don't like that. Like it forces the guess. I want start the match with ample space between the characters so you can like just it's not that easy to just get in.
No.
Yeah.
I can imagine. I mean, I never played Injustice very, very seriously. I played the game before, but I never played it in a major. But I even know like with the interactables, when I played other people, they use the interactables and you just couldn't avoid them.
I mean, I played Martian, who uses the interactables great, just like Zod, and I know it's bullshit, but whatever, that's just the game. I have to use it to win, but I don't like it at all.
Well, I know that's something I'm pretty sure that NetherRealm really took into consideration when they decided to make MK10 and really tried to make it better. Do you like the fact that it's very similar to Injustice? It seems very kind of like a cross between MK9 and Injustice combined together.
Well, MK10 now to dash you have to spin run meter, or to run you have to use your run meter. I mean, that'll make it harder to space around. Like you have to walk around. Encourages walking, but walking is actually pretty fast in the game. It'll kind of separate. Well, not kind of. It will separate like the players who can, manage their meter better than players who can't. It kind of adds that extra layer to where, how you manage your resources on top of meter. Like for example, you can't use a combo breaker unless you have a run meter. So you have to save your meter for that and that. So you can't just go ham with run. So I mean, it'll be good, but I have to play around with it for me to really judge on it. Like it could be good or bad. Like for example, how long is the duration of the run? How long does it take to recover? There's a lot of stuff to consider, and I can't really say what it is yet because I haven't played it.
No, and I know that Ed Boon is starting to come out at certain events and put little booths out there for people to check out MK10. I think he just recently did it the past week. I saw he had tweeted something about that. So hopefully you will get the opportunity soon if you go to an event to check that out.
Yeah.
What are your views on the FGC? It's been growing drastically, and what are your hopes for that?
For it to keep growing?
Yeah, no, I will. For it to keep.
Okay. I mean, I can't.
You got players like Native Impact that have kind of popped up in the past year with this T-Hawk just got to grand finals, as well as Grief in KI, who never played a fighting game before and just started playing Killer Instinct not that long ago and is very quickly making his way up. Are you hoping to see more of these kind of underdog players coming into the scene and kind of spreading the word so it becomes a larger organization?
Newer players is always better, but I don't know, I wanted to get to like the League of Legends level or something, because I mean we're growing and whatnot, and sometimes it's I don't know, disappointing or whatever, because fighting games have been around longer than League of Legends or Dota or anything like that, and they're still like not at that level, you know. And I feel like you can go to the most random person, have them watch a fighting game, they know what's going on. You have them watch Dota, like, well, what's on the screen, you know. So I want it to grow that way. Like what I would like to see is for developers start developing for PC, and we can start playing on PC, and then maybe we can get, you know, the exposure that everyone else is getting, because we're just playing on PS4 and Xbox unless they're, you know, putting, you know, awareness to the pot. For example, I know on KI's like splash screen, they'll put like a tournament or something like that, but you know, there's a Street Fighter tournament. Street Fighter doesn't have anything on their game that says, yeah, you check out this tournament here. Like Dead or Alive does that, but you know, Mortal Kombat does it. They did it for Evo, but that's the only tournament they did it for. Like Injustice, same thing. But I feel like they need to put more awareness into like what's going on as far as in the competitive circuit for the grow, because League of Legends has on their splash screen who's the top players, what tournament's here, what tournament's there, where you can watch the stream, where you can get like some of their apparel or anything like that. So it's more so like a collaborative effort to spread the word.
No, and then the FGC, it's very limited to Shoryuken
right,
and
event
hubs, and that's about it. So unless you're aware of Shoryuken and event hubs, no one really knows about it.
Yeah, that's how I got aware, because someone was like, hey, go to this website. I was like 16, and I was like, okay, all right. And I went, and then, you know, that was like 10 years ago.
All right, well, congratulations again on your Mortal Kombat win, as well as getting 3rd place in Injustice. And
thank you.
we will talk again soon, I'm sure.
Yeah, definitely.